Okay, so please listen to the teachings with the motivation of Supreme Bodhichitta. So the topic of today's teaching is the Ngondro preliminary practices, or it's connected with the Ngondro preliminary practices. So usually we talk about the two parts of Ngondro, the common outer preliminary practices and the uncommon inner preliminary practices. And so what we're going to talk about today is connected with the uncommon inner preliminary practices.
In,
in this section of the preliminaries, there's 5 main sections of the practice, from refuge and bodhicitta through guru yoga. And among those categories today, what we're going to talk about is mainly connected with bodhicitta. So generally, the reason we call these practices the Ngondro preliminary practices is because they're practices that we are supposed to do as preliminaries or prerequisites for doing the creation and completion stage meditation. So Ngondro is like the foundation for creation and completion stage. So even though the Ngondro preliminary practices are designed for beginners, they're very important practices.
Mushi Kerimdan Zormi Yamlen Chepe Kapsu Rangi Gula Tachik Tope and then Seattle and the Kedamache Sangma Tantata Ngondro Yapo Ngondo Dro Yemela Strarali Yeres.
Whether we gain the qualities of realization or not through creation and completion stage meditation practices depends a lot upon how well or not we've done the Ngondro practice.
Ting Mungi Jawa Komatsoke Mamboki Tenem Tamangus Samegi Mushi Leja Ngondra Shira Kechawadang Tolang Chambo Nang Yeres.
So that's partly why why so many of the great masters of the past have really emphasized Ngondro practice and said that it was more profound than the main practices.
Anting because that Ngondrogi Tarang Monitanegi Ngondro Jik Tunzone Yamlen Chegin Tene Ngondro Shusaki Lama de Ta Neperto Yayak Kangyak Shigores Neperto Yakushigores.
So if we really want to do Ngondro practice and like really do the practice sessions and everything, then we really have to have as good of a Lama as possible.
The Ngondro Shusaki Lama de Lama Yakuya de Pe Catchingores.
So it's really important to like receive the Ngondro teachings from a very good Lama.
Ngondro Kapsu Yakuchong and Mushik Yamlen Samala Yakushagres.
And then if our Ngondro practice goes well, then later all our main practice kind of meditation will go well.
And the Pepe Pechinala. Tsering Chuksona, Namgang for the Chukro, say, God the Yawamachuna, then Yamle, that Umushit and Juk Samara, Yakuyabu Samara.
There's a Tibetan saying that if things go wrong on the first day of the month, they'll keep going wrong till the last day of the month. So if things don't go well when we're doing the Ngondro practice, then everything else will be won't go well either.
That Tang was Sanada, Simki Korana and Jimiki. Kamashuyas.
So today I wanted to talk just about the cultivating bodhicitta part of the practice.
Simki Kita, Jadan Simki Korangi, Tseni Sana, Ngodoti, Tene, Tani Sam, Surni Dandambas, Toxungajas.
So when they talk about the definition of bodhicitta or the essence of bodhicitta, they say that it includes the two purposes, or it has two aspects to it.
Tiditene Gombo Chambagas Yasa Chambangomboke, Semke Pani, Shenden Chir, Yangda Zok Pichonchum de Sone, and that the sonors.
So the Buddha's regent, the protector Maitreya, expressed this in a verse where he said that bodhicitta is wanting to accomplish perfect Buddhahood for the benefit of others.
Semke Pati, Pendishkursna, Shengi Tengi Chirtu, Sangi Jikobon Toran Deba, Lord Teres.
So this is the bodhicitta. This is the kind of bodhicitta we have to cultivate, wanting to accomplish the state of perfect Buddhahood for the sake or for the benefit of other sentient beings.
Shandan chirsayadi, tene semkepan shandan chirsayadi, nanzigda ningje shandan lamikpas, simjan lamikpas anajigri ningje simjan lamikpas, tanda chik sanale surchik tires.
So this is one of the two aspects of bodhicitta, for the benefit of others. So we have to cultivate bodhicitta with compassion focused on other sentient beings.
Tene yangda zobu changchum deyasayadi, shirabki zokchang lamikpas, tene ta tires. Shirabki kone zobu changchum lamikpa.
And then the other aspect of bodhicitta is wanting to accomplish perfect Buddhahood. So we have to have this desire, like through wisdom, we have to have this desire to accomplish perfect Buddhahood.
Ningje chambotang shirap tongbanyi ta zongdendelsana changdesana dinashires.
So in this way, with cultivating bodhicitta, we have these two aspects that, in a perfect unity. We have the skillful means of great compassion and the wisdom of emptiness together.
Oh, that is tatini changdewati, sorotini changdewati, tabochimbu cheki, nyamleni yongzo mangro, and the sangaki chen yamlen cheki in there. Tini yamlen mangro.
So this is really the foundation for all Mahayana Buddhist practice, and especially for all the secret mantra practice.
Tekwa chimbu kiche, sanga kiche, gang nyamlen chewa kiche di, tekwa chimbu tang sanga kiche sumromundo di, ota tini ye mel rale gres, konta shepa kitani sana, surni sana di.
So with whatever practice we do, whether it counts as Mahayana, great vehicle Buddhist practice, or secret mantra practice, depends upon these two aspects of bodhicitta that we just mentioned.
Nyamlen kari chegyo na randi simjen tamje ketendo sanji chuka pon thawar chewe cheto yin samba wata telish bogi nyamlen chedu ta laglen jati ta ta sheba joro tanga laglen jati ka so che tamje ranjin pra tongba ni yimbra shebi gone ngeke nyamlen kari chewati 스타일 심리한 탐지 산지주 거본 더 저도 이 삼바티 다 남녀 가르치나요. 어디 뒷고기 그랬더니 되겠네. 심기 대차게. 대바치는 남녀 차게.
So when we practice, whatever practice we're doing, we have to do it with the recognition that all phenomena have no inherent existence whatsoever, have no independent existence whatsoever. And with this recognition, have the motivation that we're doing this practice so that all infinite sentient beings can accomplish the state of perfect Buddhahood. So, and if we do this, if we practice in this way, then it becomes like Mahayana Buddhist practice.
탁 민지 첨부당 시랍 동반이니 zong de nyamlen deres.
So this is the practice of this is practice with the indivisible unity of the skillful means of great compassion and the wisdom of emptiness.
다는 semje 고 찬이 된다시다. semje 테라 예성은 주단가다 이와베 망보 샤야스.
So that's the essence of bodhicitta. But if we divide bodhicitta into categories, if we start to like talk about subdivisions of bodhicitta, there's many different categories.
저 concept 정적 기sem당 단담 정적 기셈 니
But the main division or the main way of categorizing it is into relative bodhicitta and absolute bodhicitta.
단담 정적 기셈세는 대형 최탐지랑지는 것이를 보내 되는 냠을 샤야 되res.
So absolute bodhicitta is recognizing that all phenomena have no independent existence and resting in meditation in this state with this recognition.
다는 근습 정축 기sem달라 몸바당 주파스 니르스.
And the relative bodhicitta has two aspects to it, the bodhicitta of aspiration and the bodhicitta of application.
몸바데 그냥 되네 저스좀 디니 개발돼 되는 저스좀 시와라게 로와란 되당 로와이 저라름신 시와터 대신 개변딩이 저라름신 시와차 소나신레스 로와란 되당 로와이 저라름신 시와터 개발해와나신 로다제 로다는 로이 저 대신 개변딩이 되는 저라름신 시와차 개발하는 시와차.
So about this topic, the Bodhisattva Shantideva said that it's like wanting to go somewhere and actually going there. And according to this according to this kind of distinction is how all the great scholars understand it.
다 몸바데 로르데 로랑신레스.
So the aspiration or the bodhicitta of aspiration is like having the desire to go somewhere.
다기 신년 탐지기 된도 산지주가 방타고를 전념하게 로치라.
It's the idea or the thought thinking that I will accomplish Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings.
네, 주바디 당무서 람라 슈그년 로나시. 네, 다 장치선배게 랍자 잠소도 그 망부여 대낭내가 쫓아야 돼. 퍼센트 쪽으로 되면 퍼센트 쪽이 줘발라 무슨 슈바 아웃 디더스.
And then application, or the bodhicitta of application, is like actually getting on the road and going somewhere. So it's practicing the bodhisattva trainings, and among all the vast oceans of bodhisattva trainings, the main ones are the 6 paramitas, the 6 transcendent perfections. So this bodhicitta of application is actually engaging in the practice of these 6 perfections.
Tene yewa tades che tene da ta semketi ta semketen teta wi semketen rang gyul ta tangbo je ke rang gyul je bar che to tene anzo lama gi wi hin tende ke chongne yin na ya re yang chok ju yawa sa tan jawa dingin nam khar migne ne te kusum tu den chongdo semke chena jigi rangi semke na yan jigi yore.
So that's the categories of bodhicitta. And for actually cultivating, generating bodhicitta in our own mind streams, we can cultivate bodhicitta, or we can receive
semke ko gro
that tomba karsauri inji
tomba semke ta ki ta chanju samba chaya tangbo semke ko gro semke domba hyotang de la chok domba hyotang de ni yares.
So we have to first give rise to bodhicitta, or have the first inspiration to cultivate bodhicitta, that either in the presence of our Lama or our spiritual teacher, or before all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions and 3 times visualized in the sky in front of us, or before some supporting representation of the Buddha's body, speech, or mind. But this is connected with taking the bodhicitta vows, and there's 2 different traditions of taking these vows of cultivating bodhicitta.
Lama gi hinyen na ten na yang to yore lama gi hinyen me na ya tene kusum to ten ga chung la lang na yang to yores.
So we can take these vows, or cultivate this in our own mind streams through being in the presence of our Lama, our spiritual teacher, or in the presence of the representations of the Buddha's body, speech, and mind.
Tanada sem ketang jawde unji jawa sedan jawa namki tene mamba tan jokwa changchup choto sem kene ane labja namla rimba jindo labran zepa tenang shin daki jang labra gyo senata kelen chadira.
So the way we do this, or the method for cultivating bodhicitta, is to make this commitment that just as all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the past have done, just as they have cultivated the bodhicitta of aspiration and the bodhicitta of application, I too will cultivate this bodhicitta and engage in the bodhisattva trainings, the bodhisattva practices, step by step.
Ta tiengondo ta tis trajewa chingin tane yala demba chosa yala demba che kondo ta yedi kartang na jigir yala demba gewa diwa kartang na de yala demba tang tane gongso se ja ta gongso so se tane chongchi sangetan chonje samba thamje tang lama darshin zema dala gongso so 어떤 레슬랍 딜랍 되는 단계 나시 되는 샘기고 그래서 단계 딱 먼저 나시지.
And there's different ways of doing this of varying degrees of elaborateness. So before that, you can, like before you make that vow that was just described, you can do the 7-branch prayer, and you can do any long or concise version of the 7-branch prayer, and then there's something called the where you like request all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to like think of you or look upon you, and so you like invoke all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions and 3 times, and the Lama, like the Vajra holder, and so you like request all of them to look upon you, and then you like make that like promise that we just mentioned.
되는 것도 남기 먼저 가서 되는 샘기다 샘기 싸네 되는 냠는 주도 가서다 되는 단 dinga chokshin yoro khatna ngana so Dudjom Tersar Ngondro Tersar ki chokshin komya do atina hingomne ni kyayul dat kyamje kapsu soshin sal tabje yona shi soshin sal tabne ni ti ten tanda simje kapsu ta pangbu do chila shuba samgokjes.
And usually when we're doing Ngondro practice and accumulating the refuge or accumulating the Bodhichitta prayer, then we visualize the field of accumulation for cultivating Bodhichitta in the same way as we did in the refuge section. So like here in this Dudjom Tersar Ngondro practice, we visualize the Dudjom Tersar refuge tree, field of accumulation, and we visualize them in the same way as in the refuge section, but here in the Bodhichitta section, we think of them as being witnesses to us taking this Bodhisattva vow.
당기나신 썸당나 당기나시를 심기겠다 단디가서야 다칼라 디츠 태와도디 라마단 니스메바 저기를 저 사탄세와 다게 빵부로 공수설 아니 다 그는 언제 저와서 저와세나신 당기나시 샘제바 나시네 샘제 냠네 책이 샘티 다 양내 양도 잡주 가서 샘제기 샘제 사기 되는 담부 어디랑 샘제 어디랑
So when we're doing this bodhicitta accumulation, as we're doing the recitation and doing the accumulation, what we should be thinking about is the same thing as was just described, how the field of accumulation in front of us, the refuge tree in front of us, is indivisible from our Lama, and how they are present before us as witnesses to our cultivating bodhicitta. And then think over what we just talked about, how like I'm going to accomplish perfect Buddhahood for the sake of all other sentient beings. So we have to think about and meditate upon this over and over again. So in the relative bodhicitta, we have the bodhicitta of aspiration and the bodhicitta of application. And for improving our bodhicitta of aspiration, the main thing is to meditate upon the four immeasurables or the four boundless wishes.
그냥 그래서 그때 샘게기 측사기 에사기 대단하신 그때 삼이바체 언제다 아니 맘바기 남자서 그렇게 때는 맘바기 제도 때는 샘젠 탐제 때는 무슨 대화든 대위기든 대말 차오 삼을 그랬어.
So for this, for like cultivating the bodhicitta of aspiration, we do everything as we just mentioned, like visualizing the field of accumulation and thinking about thinking about cultivating bodhicitta. And as we're reciting the refuge prayer, then we can also focus on thinking that like may all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness.
되는 딜라야다 심젠탐제 대화던 대위기든 대말 차사바들라 샘게 심젠탐제 대화던 대위기든 대말 차오 사바디 텔레파지를 샘게 땅자와 세그레스
샘게
듬바단자와 듬바 메와단자와
So this thinking and wishing that all sentient beings, like may they have happiness and the causes of happiness. This is connected with with like interest or intention, and like the desire to do something.
Then the Yawa, the Lama Conjosumboki, that Lama Conjosumbotan, Yagul Tozogi, Tin Simjan Tamja Dewa and Diwiki and Demba Yawa, then Chingila Brochi Seattle, the Yawa Kanabaki. Tujizirochi Seattle, the Dana, sort up and Jalwas. Sort up,
and then if we are thinking like praying to the objects of refuge, or to the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, to like grant their blessings so that all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness, then this is connected with like supplication prayer kind of idea.
Then yang sinjentam je dewadan diwigidan dembra daki chao nyambati damja
And then the idea that I am going to make it so that all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. This is connected with like making a vow or promising, that kind of idea.
yang simjentam je dewadan diwigidan dembra shokchi nyambati molam danjawas.
And then the thinking like making the aspiration, may it happen that all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. This is connected with aspiration prayer. So we should do this, like accumulating the recitations with these like 4 different aspects to the to our intention, or to,
Yes. Tadina hin tadadeta jamba semejinane jamba bomdangde jamba dinashi 닝제 가와 당념 창마 dinashi 안dim바단저와 네 선답단저와 네 담자단저와 몰람단저와 시시시고네 냠슬랑초그리스 창마 dinashi 잘네.
So what we just talked about is connected with, among the 4 boundless wishes, it's connected with love. And so with all of the 4 boundless wishes, love, compassion, rejoicing, and equanimity, all 4 of these should be connected with these like 4 aspects of our aspiration, connected with interest and supplication and promising and aspiration.
근데 뒤뒤지는 선전감지 되어던 덴바시 저 삼바 되긴 덴바 잡고는 지고는 사나다 뒤뒤뒤듯이.
But the very concise version of this is just that when we accumulate the Bodhichitta prayer, we should do it with the intense desire for all sentient beings to have happiness and the causes of happiness. So that's for love, but then for compassion, we should have the wish that all sentient beings be free of suffering and the causes of suffering. Love and compassion are some of the more important practices for cultivating bodhicitta in our mind streams.
대화던 되나 삼박을 노래 닝진이 동화던 잘나 삼박이 노래 티니 염도양 검초 그랬어.
So love is wanting other sentient beings to have happiness, and compassion is wanting other sentient beings to be free of suffering. And we can cultivate these together. We can meditate upon both love and compassion together, focusing on one sentient being.
되네 양 잠니지 검당 셴바치바이는 되네 sem진 동알와 sem진 제작바치랑 근데 미네 되네 sem진 티 되네 대화당데 동알난 잘 되네 검초한테 나신데네 망고라 sem진 망망불면 되네 남가 타잡고 있는 남들거든 빅바자실 철다야 디레스.
So one way of doing this meditation with love and compassion is to first focus on one particular suffering sentient being, and like contemplate and think that we want them to have happiness, and we want them to be free of suffering, and then increase or widen the focus of our contemplation, and like add more sentient beings, and like so that we're then focusing on more and more and more sentient beings until we're focusing on all sentient beings as infinite as space.
Yes. Timba sentient nyamne dituchres.
So that's just a very brief way of practicing to cultivate the bodhicitta of aspiration.
Tene jukpa chanchuk sem ki labja di tso ta mangchang ran so ta lawen la tar ko pires. Kang tu.
And with the bodhicitta of application, this is mainly about we have to put this into practice as much as we're able to.
Tene da telaya da lawen la tar ya re tina da tele chang ta ke cha ni pa na sim ko ne nyamlen cha tres. Sem thok ne.
So this is something where we have to actually put it into practice. But the more important thing is to practice in our own minds.
Telchengi luksu tete pachinto ki tsanyi shanda ko tangmala tongsem gewa songsem gewa sene tete tangmala sempa sem jari pachinto jagi tsanyi la tinte ko mangchia sem thonne ngoko kres.
In the Mahayana Buddhist tradition, with the 6 transcendent perfections, with each of these perfections, actually they're defined as being things we have to put into practice in our own minds. Like with generosity, it's the having a generous mind, and so on.
Ben jimbada uchila chachagi ne ben simjen thamje ngazo ki tin ulwi dunga ki seltbia bekal khapres sotuk mare.
So like with generosity, for example, it's very difficult for us to actually alleviate the suffering of poverty of all sentient beings. We really can't do it.
Tinde goso tongwe sempa gewa songire. Tinde goso da rangi lu dang longche dang tyusum sabe gi zawa tinde na zogi goso da hisum songre lu longche tyusum sabe gi zawa di simjen thamje the yang the woman look gonna tang there look gonna simple gonna tag lu dang long chen dang gi za sam chi sim je tham je dang du tang war chao sim je tham je lo go sha chao sam ba gonna ni yang the la go yes.
So generosity, it's the virtue of having a generous mind, having a mind that wants to give. So with generosity, we give 3 things: our bodies and our material wealth and possessions, and our the roots of virtue we've accumulated in the 3 times, the past, present, and future. And we dedicate all of these, we give all of these to all other sentient beings, and we think again and again that like we want to give, we want to offer, we want to divide up all of these things amongst all other sentient beings.
Terang da la len di sem ke thon sam terang ngos la len jodi ka sa ne chi kabre simjen da nyam thak da zola rang kang tup chi tu jimbare tang ne ko jo sum la cha cheba dang da tende ji men da dang chemela sa ba pu o tende che bu res.
So we have to do this practice in our minds, and then sometimes when the opportunity arises, we have to give with generosity as much as we're able to those in need, and make like prostrations and offerings such as flowers and butter lamps and things like that to the triple gems.
Then come to thank you for nashing symptom tongsem yang the ke anu so la len la kapsu then yarche margin then come to check press ni cha nyamdo zongjuk sana da nyamdo zongder ko ni check press.
So we should do this practice as much as we're able. We should like practice again and again in our minds to cultivate generosity and cultivate this generous mind. And then sometimes when the opportunity arises, we should make offerings up to the objects of refuge and give with generosity to those in need. And we should practice these two aspects together as a unity.
Yes. 동심 짱짱 제네 근자네 마당나야 다 준시 받은 거 걸다고 잘 그랬어.
But if we only cultivate generosity in our minds, but never actually put it into practice, then it becomes like a lie or a deception.
짐발로 서거든데 땅나 양양 동심기 동심 땅되네 다른 솔로라베나 디스커스 그래 거랑라 동심기와 땅 텔레다지 동반 얘기 있지마시 신제 탐지게 된도 이 짐바탄게 되는 마삼네 남긴 지다가스 쳔메프 차차바체 행나는 짐바탄 있네요 겨와자체 못해서 루트 말이에요 나상도 저기요 되네 샘케기 마신나야 겨와자체 루트 말이에요.
When we give to others, if we don't have this virtuous mind of generosity, and if we don't encompass the action with the consideration of emptiness, and if we don't have the motivation of the like thinking that this is for the benefit of all sentient beings, then even if we do give to others, or make butter lamp offerings, or do prostrations, or make other kinds of offerings, it doesn't become a very vast kind of virtue, even though we go to some expense. It doesn't end up being a very vast kind of virtue if we don't have the proper intention.
가깝게 생긴 담적이 돈도 산지적 본다 저기 친도 근데 벌써 미관에 비고네 불월자오 아니 니천네 다게 류다 왕주는 뒤숨사보기 위해서 담치자 표교에 삼바다 마지막단계는 마지막단계에 삼백권에 삼로팅데 켜도에는 제가 겨자치 못하게 차이랬어.
But if when we're giving with generosity to those in need, or making offerings, if we do have the thought, have the motivation that this is for the benefit of all sentient beings as infinite as space, and if we encompass it with the consideration that none of the three spheres of agent, action, and recipient actually exist, and if we make offerings in that way, thinking that whatever we're offering is like a symbolic is symbolic of us offering all of our bodies and material enjoyments and roots of virtue we've accumulated in the three times, or if we're giving with generosity to others, if we have this kind of motivation and intention, then it becomes a much more vast kind of virtue. And so when we're giving with generosity to those in need, we shouldn't have any bias at all towards the recipients of our generosity. So if we give to others, like if we give to some other practitioner friends of ours, then if we give thinking that, if when we're giving to others, we think, oh, they're not the same religion as I am, or oh, they're not the same sect as I am, or oh, they're not the same race as I am, or anything like that. If we have any of that kind of bias in our actions, then it becomes a biased, limited kind of virtue.
Tare nge kita kaso sangsengi konne jalwato tenen digi kienchene sangsengi jimbatang tenen maung ban nge kyela chegi jimbatang ne tarwatambal titubachi yawara sho sampake mulam tebe japna paya bulas ta kolin jimi ju nangbache slawo mare tare jimbatang digi jalwachene maung ban nge kyela chegi jimbachine tenen tarwatan tamje jimbe kobalong gotobachi yawara sho sampachana.
So we should have no bias towards the recipients of our offerings or of our generosity. And so when we're giving to those in need, especially, there's many people in need who aren't Buddhists. And it's very good when we give to those in need that we can, if we can think that, like, now I'm giving this person some minor material assistance, but in the future, I hope I can give them something much greater and more meaningful. I hope I can, in the future, give them the gift of Dharma, and so that they can reach the state of liberation and total omniscience of perfect Buddhahood. So you don't have to actually tell them to become Buddhists or anything like that, but it's very good if you have the motivation in your own mind that through this minor material generosity, may we make the connection so that I'm able to give them greater and more meaningful gift of Dharma in the future.
나대는 신 짐바레 초정제 제바 가리 제게네 창마 kalau laklen la tar so semthone nyamne nicha nyam de yes.
So with all of these generosity, discipline, patience, and so forth, we should put these into practice. We should like mostly practice and cultivate these things in our own minds, and also sometimes put them like into actual practice. And these things should always go together.
Tene ta nyang chanjub ki sem nerke tayala nyamlen kecha chigla tene shira something ji parok chimpadang drebe kone tene ngodi chunjun so na shin dakshin nyamba dakshin jewa dawe shen jewa sana tisumyore tisumbu pe yang nyamlen kecha
something and another one of the main things that's important for our practice and important for like improving and increasing our bodhicitta is something which is connected with the perfection of meditative concentration. And this is discussed in the Bodhicharyavatara, the way and we're back. So Rinpoche was saying there's self and others and cherishing others more than oneself. And there's not enough time today to get into all of that. So now the teaching is finished for today.
Do you have time, Rinpoche, for questions and answers?
Yes, that's okay.
Rinpoche has time for questions and answers.
Oh, that one. Diki, mumba chanju kisem kita nyamlen tsarres.
So sorry, one more thing to say is now we've finished discussing the cultivating the bodhicitta of aspiration.
아니, 단담 chanju sim ki nyamlen di tso ta tongyu komya teres.
And then the absolute bodhicitta is mostly about meditating upon emptiness.
Tene nganzu ta 단담 chanju kisem ngone gom nishen ba ma tubge me ba indika so tene nganzu kunzup ki chetunzu sama Jumato, Milamto, the Jimmy Peggy, son years, and Yaki, Dotons and Catan Tentons. Dinashin, Tenem, Jumato, Milamto, Re, Sabacone, Yang and Loja in Mayata, Tentam Chanchukism, Jetin Bachak, Yamlin Jetin Bachakres, the Ayaqueres.
But since we don't really know how to meditate upon emptiness, to meditate upon absolute bodhicitta itself directly, then that's why we have many teachings in the context of relative bodhicitta about how everything, like all phenomena, are dreamlike or like a magical illusion, and so on. There's 8 examples of the illusoriness of all phenomena that the Buddha taught in many of his sutras, and they're also in many of the commentaries. And so if we train our minds and contemplate again and again about how all phenomena are illusory and dreamlike and so on, then this is a contemplation which resembles, or which it is in agreement with the absolute bodhicitta, and this is a very good thing to do. Okay, then now that's the end of the teaching for today.
So if you have any questions, you can unmute your mic yourself, please, because I don't have control anymore. I'm offline. So just unmute your, I guess there's like a raise your hand and then unmute, and then you can ask your question. Thank you.
Hi. Did you finish that? That's where you were cut off, that sentence about what was in the Bodhisattva Avatara. Was that the meditation on emptiness?
Mambasam Jaganyam, Jupani, Rasa, Kunzab Sanjaganyam, Jupasa, Tandam Samdina, Tony Gomera, Tony Gomotona, and a chat in the Jumato Tayat.
That teaching in the Bodhicharya Vatara was about the making oneself and others equal, then exchanging oneself and others, then cherishing others more than oneself. This was just we just mentioned this, but there's not time to get into all the details of this meditation. But then, then that's all part of the relative bodhicitta, or part of cultivating relative bodhicitta. And then we mentioned the absolute bodhicitta, or meditating on emptiness, and then we finished.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I have a question. So this past week, I found myself really grumpy and listening to the news. I was angry at people for the things that they can do to other people. Do you have any suggestions for how to make the transition from being grumpy and angry and judgmental and really sad about how people can behave to actually having a more open bodhicitta heart?
Vi shambaki shambal kondres tu potangi yabade kona that's controsagre de condros masa simple makyoya de tashidroka.
나 다 공적이 님불라 잠바다 니지 공성래.
So they say that as the antidote to anger, we should cultivate love and compassion.
근데 먼저 초직네 동켄 니다 당사게 밀레 망아 닝제 동켄 미들은 공부 그랬어.
So from one point of view, we really need to cultivate love and compassion for the person who's harming others more than the people who they're harming.
동사 니다 당사 미기 그게 랭엔 레직 세드르.
The person who is like the person who gets beat up or harmed or whatever, that person exhausts some karma. But the person committing the harm is accumulating some fresh negative karma. So that's one thing we can think about, how they're accumulating negative karma themselves by harming others, and so we should have compassion for them, and so that's one way we can think about things in order to cultivate compassion in the place of becoming angry. So mostly in the Bodhicharya Avatar, the way of the Bodhisattva, this is mostly this is the kind of teaching that's mostly found there. Putting it into practice is another thing, though.
Thank you.
Was that? Should we do the dedication?
Oh, you do have. Oh, thank
I
you.
think I have it.
I'm on today. I don't know where it is.
All right, so let's recite the dedication and aspiration. Sonam di tongje sikani domne dhanam ramje kega nachi bahum chupai sibe tsolam do gantu kewe kewa tamjen den tori yenden den den do kema da de chudan chejire tsuchen jwe rawa yevesh tayan lama damba ni je je nindan zende jela jevesh do nene nyingwe dende de sedre sive gyamso kevesh Chero danje jen jemben dula jonga jen jenden chori meba tamje jamje zangyen tho chanje sungje rinpo je mogye banam ge je kewa nyamba mepa konne gondo bewa jo.
Thank you for joining today. Thank you for joining Rinpoche today for this teaching.
And
Bye.
I'm so sorry I was also.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
I'm not sure what our schedule is for June, but we'll keep you posted by email. Only because we're into our summer retreat. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Signing off.